What's up, y'all? It's your girl Knowledge by Nikki with 1K at 9 a.m. We might be a few minutes late, but it's great to be here again, guys. I've been in a little hiatus from doing videos, at least live videos. I've been doing a ton of videos, but they have not been launched live, so stay tuned for that. I got a whole stream of things. I'm starting a new podcast, and so I've been really preparing for that, guys. But I want to also tell you what I've been talking to people about a lot lately. I am your salon owner, business restructuring coach. That means I take businesses that are failing and I fix them. And fixing can be in all different fashions. Fixing can be, helping you with your staff. Fixing can be just working with the money, the back end, helping you with your legal structure. Fixing means a lot of things. And I want to talk to you all today about one of the ways that I have fixed a lot of broken salons. And one of those ways is clearly by downsizing, guys. It's not a shock to me, but it is something that I need to have a conversation globally about, not just with individuals. I have several salon owners that I talk to, whether I coach them or not, that are in positions and have been there for a while where they really don't believe they can hold on. And that means keep their businesses. They've been struggling long before they talk to me. Their expenses are through the roof. Their, money is bleeding out of their homes to take care of the businesses. And I mean, it just goes on and on and on. And typically, by the time I talk to them, it's sometimes, guys, beyond repair. I know owning your salon was your dream. I know that you feel like you never quite reached that pinnacle that you really wanted to. Maybe you never got it staffed the way you wanted. Maybe you never were ever able to even really turn a real profit, which is what I hear most of the times. Maybe you didn't know some of the things that you now know, but it's difficult to go back and undo everything just to do it right. And whatever the situation may be, I want to tell you all on a global scale, what I've been telling many salon owners that I coach is that downsizing is not failure. And I find this is one of the biggest struggles that salon owners are having is they believe to let everything go and what they want to call starting over. I don't call it starting over. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. They believe, though, to let everything go. And to kind of now back up a little bit, get yourself out of a couple holes that you've dug yourself into, release some of the financial obligations that you've had forever and a day. They believe to do that is failing. And I am here to tell you, as an investment-minded person, as a person that has broke it probably more times than I could fix it, there were times that I had to accept that the only way to get myself back above board was to purge. And I mean everything. I'm talking about purge your business. I'm talking about I am so serious about purging now that even if it means I got to sell a house and move into a condo, if I got to move into an apartment. But see, the difference is that's not failing. And let me tell you when this really became real to me and I understood it. When I started getting into real investment type situations. And when I started really talking to people that don't always look like me, that aren't always my color, that aren't always, even with my experience, people with even longer experiences, they were telling me, these would be developers, lawyers, investors, people that have been in the game way before me. I'm a baby trying to learn about this stuff. They would tell me how they had development sites where they have build houses, condos, whatever, and they're not finished. And they would be telling me the stories about the things that would happen to them and how they just was like, well, you know what? I'm just going to walk away. And I'm talking about a half-built condominium complex. And based off of what situations are presented to them, they let it go and they don't look back. You know what they do? They say, I'll tell you what. That's the loss I'm going to take. They have different type of programs that they've insured themselves for that loss, and they move on and leave that property sitting as is unfinished. They do not believe in putting more money into something that is going to require them more money, and they'll never get out of that hole. And I'm going to give you a personal story that I will never, ever forget. When I bought my first condo, after I got divorced from my first husband, I left him with a $483,000 deficit that I had to square up. I had to figure this out some kind of way. So what happened was I managed to at least get my credit back up where I could buy a condo. And that's a whole God story there, how I met this lady at the time, and her husband happened to be the people that not only owned the mortgage company, they took care of underwriting, they did all of that, but they also could fix my credit. And it was literally an angel that God sent me on a fluke to help me do this. So as that went, and I got the loan to be able to buy something to live in. I bought a $187,000 condo. That really, to be honest, guys, I couldn't afford it when I bought it because I'm already $483,000 in the hole. Let me tell you what happened. I got in that condo. Now I'm in a senior area. Beautiful condos on a lake that they allow 25% of the people to be between 35 and 55 because it was a senior place. But this is so they can get certain monies and from the government and all this other stuff. So on a Tuesday, I will never forget it, every condo owner got served with a levy on a lien on their property. So all of us are looking like, what is this about? What happened was the guys that laid the sewer lines for this particular condominium association, a condominium complex, which, mind you, this complex had about 100 condos on it. The guys who actually laid the sewer lines, the developer never paid them. Now, we're talking about $35,000, $50,000 that he had to pay them, and we're talking about millions of dollars worth of condos. So there wasn't a lot of money, but they weren't paid. So they put a lien on every single solitary property that actually was in that complex. So what do? I had to make the decision that either I'm going to walk away from this or either I'm going to let it be. Or either I'm going to try to fight to stay. Now, mind you, I'm 6 months in and I had plans to refinance. I'm giving you a backstory on how I met this particular attorney that taught me something I'll never forget. So I said I had to figure out something because now I can't even refinance. When that happens to you, you can't do nothing with that property. So I'm panicking because I need to refinance. The property I think was valued at $250. So I need to finance so I can get this extra equity out so I can do something because I am in a deep hole and now I got a mortgage and high taxes to pay. Short of the story, I'm thumbing through the phone book. Like, what do I need to do? I happened to see a name. Now, this wasn't a name with this is back in phone book days, y'all. We don't do that no more, but this is when they had real phone, yellow pages. Anybody that remember yellow pages, just give me a thumbs up. Y'all remember that, right? I went through the yellow pages and I saw a name. And typically you notice the real big names. I didn't notice the real big name. I noticed a small name. It's a little bigger than just a line, but his name was Ron Sokol. I'll never forget it. He was not far from me. I said, you know what, whatever. I'm going to go talk to him, and I'm in there crying because I'm in this hole, and I just like, I need to talk to somebody, and I'm like, I got the ugly cry by now, y'all, right? Because I'm tired of being in debt. So I'm going through, and I'm explaining to him what happened, and here's this summons, and this, that, and the other. He said, hold on a minute. He brought me in his conference room. He said, be quiet. He actually knew, personally knew, he golfed with the man that actually owned this property. He golfed with him. He called him by first name, called him on the speaker. I'm listening. He said, don't you say nothing. He actually asked him, what is going on? I got people coming in here with these summons talking about they can't refinance, they can't, some want to sell, you can't do none of that. Why haven't you paid them? And he called him by name. The guy said, he was saying whatever was happening in his life is, I'm going to go ahead and pay him. All I can tell y'all is that thing got lifted. Less than 30 days later, that man paid those people within the next 2 weeks. And so now this lawyer, so now they sent us all releases. We got all that done. So now I'm like, okay, I'm good. But I'm telling you about the relationship that I established with this lawyer. That's the meaning of that. So now let's fast forward. Here I am now. I'm in this condo. I got a little bit out the hole. I'm now about down to $200,000. Still in the hole, but not a lot. And I'm really still racing in my mind. Should I let it go? Should I sell it? What should I do? How do I do this? I'm still there because I'm still not financially where I want to be. I'm giving you all this story because these are the type of things we go through in businesses. We get saved from this, but then we still in the hole. We get saved from that, but we still in the hole, and we still got this thought process running through our brains of, should we keep it? Should we let it go? Yeah, that made it a little better. I hear it all the time. Salon owner tell me, yeah, I got some workers to fill the seats, but now they gone again. So I'm back in the same situation. So I'm using this to metaphorically help you understand the decision I had to ultimately make. Still my lawyer. He's, to me, Superman. He didn't save me, but I'm still in the hole, right? So fast track, couple more years. I'm still robbing Peter to pay Paul, still struggling, still trying to figure this thing out. And I got behind, and then this is what happened. In the midst of the switch of Bank of America buying out Countryside Bank, I think it was Countryside Bank or whatever it was, Bank of America, they put me in a modification program. My mortgage was $22.68 a month on a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom condo. That's what I paid. They put me in a modification at $1,300, now 13 something. So I'm like, okay, that's much better. Now, Countrywide is what it was called. Or I don't know, Country something, whatever the mortgage company was at that time. They put me in this program, $1,300 something, which is a whole lot better than $2,200. So again, I got a little break, right? This happened after this. They gave me a little break. Whew, okay, maybe this is what I need to do. Maybe this will get me out the hole. So here I am, just like you. I'll run it again. I'm going to keep this shop. Okay, I got out the, I still ain't all the way out the hole, y'all. I still ain't, it's better. I don't have to pay the extra $900, but I'm still in a $200,000 deficit, and I got to live every day, right? So this went on. I'm happy now. This is when Bank of America took over. Countrywide, I think it was called. This is when they took them over. They took them over. I just assumed when they took them over, they took over all of the things they had agreed to do, all of this. Here we are 3 years later, and I'm starting to get closer to, 200, then 150, then 100. Y'all get the gist, right? I'm getting a little better, working like a dog, just trying to make all my I's dotted, or dot all my I's and cross all my T's. But in my mind, I'm still saying to myself, but this is still got me in the hole. And how many of you all been in the hole and been in the hole so long that you just get tired? You like, I'm tired of being in this hole. So that thing comes back again. Should I keep it or should I go? Should I keep it or should I leave? So because, yeah, every little piece gets better, but it still is not ultimately what I want to do. And mind you, I ain't one for giving up. I'm one that'll ride it till the wheels fall off because I don't believe in giving up early. So this is what happened. I now get a letter from Bank of America. No. Let me backtrack. I'm looking at my mortgage statement every single month. Now, I'm back able to actually pay the 22, but I'm paying the 13. So I'm looking at my mortgage statement every single month, and I'm noticing in this modification process, I'm being charged these exuberant late fees constantly. And I'm like, what's up with that? Because they told me I could do this, so why are you still tacking on late fees? I called Bank of America, which is the hardest person in the world to get to who you need to talk to. Call Bank of America. They said, we didn't give you an okay to continue that modification program. When we started, your modification, or we took over, your modification was no longer in existence. I'm like, well, I'm glad somebody thought to tell me or send me a letter about that. So anyway, they told me that I had to go back up to the 22 something. Okay, fine. I done got myself back with, okay, I could pay this 22. I'm still stretched, but I could pay this 22.68. Then I start noticing again. Now, I have about 6 months have been paying the regular $22.68 for this mortgage. I'm still noticing that I got almost $1,000 in late fees for this, for that. I'm like, what is this? So I called them back. This is 6, 7 months later. They told me, now listen to me when I say this. They told me that because you paid that modified amount for as long as you did, we backdated it to when you started the modification amount with Countrywide, and we now are tacking on late fees and everything else from like 3 years back. So I said, so you telling me that no matter what I pay now, it's going to still accrue or incur $1,000 in late fees? Does that make sense to you? I said, I'll never catch up. I'm not going to catch up from 3 years back. So I'm sitting here. I am again, guys, and I'm helping you all understand what happens when you're in business and you wrestling with what I need to do. Here I am again. I'm sitting in this position, and I'm like, this is not going to work. So I go to my Superman again, right? Now, this is the meat of this story. I just want to give you a little backstory. I went to my Superman. That's how I saw him. Ron Sokol. I saw him as the guy that could fix all my woes. I went to him with these letters they sent me and told him what they said, and I will never forget what he asked me. He looked me square in my eyes like I'm looking at y'all now. He said, do you have any sentimental value on that property? I said, no. He said, walk away. He said, for you to continue giving them $22.68 a month, and they backdating these late fees for 3 years makes no sense. He said, let me explain to you how the foreclosure process goes. He said, what I want you to do is I want you to stop paying altogether. He said, I want you to open an account. I want you to put that $22.68 in an account. Act like you paying a mortgage. It's going to take them about a year and some change before they can even take that property. At the end, they're not going to take it because they don't want to be stuck with all these properties. They're going to offer you cash for keys, and then you walk away. And you take that $22.68 that you stashed over in this bank account, and you go buy you something within 60 days before it hits your credit, and then you live on. That's exact. And I did exactly what he said do. And they did exactly that. They gave me cash for keys. And when I walked away, by this time now I'm with my current husband. By the time we walked away, it put me, I was able to sleep at night. I was able to save money, to keep more of my money. And I walked away. And right after that, we got it. We went into a house because we were wanting our daughter to go to a certain school. And then I subsequently used that money and I went and got me an all new place. I learned what it means to really run a salon right and to really do whatever I need to do. And I was not a failure. What I was wise. And I don't see it as starting over. You can't start over. All you do is start from that day with the knowledge you've acquired and the things that you've gained. So when you go into this next thing, you don't make the same stupid decisions and you do what you got to do. I am here to tell you that that was one of the best decisions I ever made in my life. You hear me? Walking away from that place and saying, toodaloo, he knew it wasn't about manipulating the system. It was about you are sometimes in situations that you cannot, without literally bleeding everything you got dry, you cannot get out of. Don't continue being a hamster in a wheel because you worried about looking like a failure. I hear that more than anything I've ever heard is people are worried about looking like a failure, starting over. There is no such thing as starting over. You're starting smarter. You're literally being wiser with how you make your decisions. You had this 5,000 square foot spot. You realize you didn't need all that. You better do IKEA. Look, IKEA move, they say think cubic. IKEA literally could put a whole house in 750 square feet. That is how you need to start thinking. I don't want to hear that I feel like a failure. So what? You are not failing. You're being smart like that developer or developers that I've talked to that walked away from half-done properties. They say, I'm not letting this take all my money, and they done threw a wrench in the game and stuff ain't that. They like, I'm not going broke for this. I'm not going to bleed my whole household dry for this. Okay? So I'm telling you, I'm pleading with you. If this is a decision you need to make, I am telling you, it is okay. It is okay. You are not a failure. You are being smarter. A lot of times you got to back up to move forward. Look at what's happening right now, guys. These companies have reevaluated everything that they do. They like, look, it makes more sense to let these people work at home, sell these buildings, get from under some debt. Maybe they can give you a raise then if they ain't got all their money going into overhead. You have to, at every chance you get, preferably at least quarterly, look at what you're doing and saying, is this making sense? Is it making dollars? You have to walk away. And I thank you, Miss Hire Car. I have had to convince people it's okay to walk away. My husband will tell you now, man, listen, I am not going to go broke over nothing if I feel like, and I got crazy faith, y'all. This ain't about me thinking God can't fix it. This is about, I will say, okay, God, this ain't working. And I've tried to make this work for a long time. This ain't working. I need you to give me an unmistakable sign that I need to do. I either need to keep it or I need to let it go, because I'll take it either way. When I tell y'all, people, or somebody like me who got stupid faith, God will show. I just pick up a piece of paper and it'll say something on it that's exactly applicable to what I'm asking. I say, okay, God has told me many times, let it go. Let it go. Because when you stretch, when you're frustrated, when your money ain't right, I'm going to tell you, I told you I done broke it more times than I could fix it. I done been bailed out of stuff many times and still didn't do what I needed to do. I said, God, okay, I'm too old. I'm not doing this no more. I need to make wise decisions. God, I need you to make me wise. I need you to help me with my discernment and my instinctual nature, because I am very instinctual to know if this is what I need to do. I have trained myself to not make any decisions on the spot. I won't make none. I don't care how good it look. I'll tell a person, let me think about it. I think about it for about 48 hours. I pray, say, God, do I need to do this? And God gives me unmistakable signs, and then I either will or won't. I have trained myself to be fine with letting stuff go. I will let it go in a minute. You hear me? My lawyer, Ron Sokol, he taught me something in that moment. He said, why are you going to go broke trying to fix something that you'll never be able to fix? It will be easier for you to just let it go and then go get another one somewhere else. And he was absolutely right. So I want to free you all that are watching this. Please share this, because this is something I have been in talks with people for probably since the pandemic started. And people are wrestling. Should I let it go? Should I let it go? Should I keep it? Should I let it go? Should I keep it? Back in, let me see, maybe about 5 or 6 years ago, I made the decision to get rid of my last salon and go into a suite building. That's what Beauty in a Box is about. If you are a salon owner, and this is what I'm hearing more than anything, salon owners who, we're not used to working for nobody. So sometimes just going and working in somebody's salon, it just won't work for you. I know it wouldn't work for me. You made the decision, or you trying to make the decision, should I let my salon go and should I go work into a suite? I have more of that happening, or people thinking about it, than any time period I've ever done these videos or coached. I'm telling you, if it is time to do that, I did it. I let it go and I went into a suite, and I went into a suite because I wanted to learn about, because I wanted to own one at that time, which I do now. I went into a suite and I wanted to see, I knew the behind the scenes stuff. I knew the foundation of it with everything that had to go into that, but I wanted to see how it operated from the front, from being on the front. I got the biggest suite they had there. And when I tell you, I maximized that suite because I knew business and I knew how to do everything that I needed to do. I turned that suite into an extremely profitable box. I made money on retail. I made money on training. I'm talking about, I was killing the game in that box. For those of you all that believe that that is you, you believe that it's time. You heard all of what I went through, still trying to hold on to that condo, right? But I finally said it's time. It's time to let it go. It's time to get somewhere where I can manage it and I can grow instead of just bleeding myself and everybody else around me dry. I need to downsize so I can do what God has called me to do. I am relaunching. It is a group coaching program, but it is phenomenal. And I did it. It's called, now I have suites now, so that's different. But I had this program, I don't know, it was about a year or so ago, and I had people in it again. I told you in the beginning I had to let it go. I'm relaunching it. And anybody who's listening to this that's interested in it, this program is ironclad. It won't be just me coaching you. I brought some of my coaching friends on with me. It is called Beauty in a Box. We are going to take you under our wing, because it is not just me. I brought my friends on here. I said, look, I ain't got to be all things to all people. I want you to add your 2 cents too. I actually am taking, I think we're not going to start off with a lot, because we don't want to become, because all of us still coach on our own. So we're going to start off with at least probably 20 max. We ain't going over that. If that's you and you need help, you believe that this is what you need to do. And we are taking you after you have made the decision, though. Not before you make it. We're not in the business of trying to convince you or go back and fix. That's a whole nother coaching program. If you think that's you, I do that too. I keep salons from failing, but I have to assess where they are. So either way, if you think your salon is not at that point, and if you already know, look, I didn't already went into a suite, but now I don't, it's just me. So it's a whole learning curve with how you can maximize this box that you're in. I don't care what suite building it's in. I'm going to teach you how you can make money. You're going to end up making money, more money than you were in your salons because you won't have the overhead. If you are interested in that, I need you to text me at the phone number in the heading, 800-580-8074, or either just message me, because they let me, like, you put it all together and we'll just do it. That's the people that are helping me do this. So I'm in the process of revising my initial contract, because that's for my people that I coach to keep their businesses. And then this is about how to maximize this box that you got, okay? Because you're not a failure. That's what I really wanted you to get in this. You ain't a failure. You smart. You're very smart. While everybody else is letting it take everything, and it's taken from your house, it's taken from your kids' colleges, you bleeding everything trying to keep it. And you're not bleeding it because you're trying to keep it because you just want it. You're doing it because you don't want to appear like a failure to other people or to yourself. Don't worry about that. I'm telling you, you are not a failure. Making smart investment, downsizing decisions is not failing. Okay? I wanted y'all to get that. That really was resting on my heart this morning, because I'm constantly talking about it and I'm like, let it go. And I only say that if it's at the point like I was at. There was no way I was going to fix that. I can't fix 3 years back monies. That's not going to happen. That's 900 times 3. And guess what, guys? I forgot to tell you this part. And they slapped it on my credit that I owe Bank of America like $46,000 or something crazy. Are you serious? So I also had to fight to get out of. Don't let that be you. It's time to let it go. Just because you get saved this time, it's time to talk to somebody like me who's been through it, who's done it. I can literally assess your whole situation and say, it's time to let it go. You're never going to fix that. It's not going to happen. Let me teach you about how to do it right. And the next time, if you decide I'm going to do a suite for a little while, which is what I did it for 2 years, and then I came on back out, do a suite for a little while, and then you're going to go ahead and you're going to reopen, but you're going to do it totally different, new, smarter. That's what you need to do, okay? So I want you to text me. I want you to text me. Make sure everyone watching, share this message with someone. I want you to text me, and I want you to make sure. Matter of fact, let me see. I think I could put some tags on here now. No tags. So let me get out of there. Okay. I should have tagged it before I did it. I actually forgot to tag it. So that's okay. You all share for me. You all share this video. And then I'm able to, hold on, let's get you back on the screen here, guys. Share this video for me. I am going to probably replay this video all week. I'm going to replay it all week because it is kind of the number one thing that's happening here. You got people migrating to suites so strong that you have more suites being opened to accommodate them. Okay. This is something tomorrow. I'm actually going to do it from my building, and I'm going to show you some of the things that I've done in it. I'm still finishing it, so it won't be actually ready to rent. And probably till about October 1st, so only about 10 days or so. Okay, but I want you all, please, I just want to tell you all, you're not a failure. You're not a failure. That's what I want to tell you all. I am dealing with salon industry people. That's the criteria, guys. The criteria for this group is people that have already run a salon for, I would say, minimally 5 years. Okay, we can't be all things to all people. You have run a salon minimally for 5 years, and you are like, I can't do it anymore. I need to be free. Text me, 800-580-8074. It's actually in the heading, and let me help you. All right? Till tomorrow, I'll see you soon.